Good morning, America. Happy Sunday. Yeah. It's sports and tacos, man. Yes.
Woo!
We got Bentley, the man in the shower. We got Robert Humphreys, roll tide. We got Shotgun Spencer, and you got me. It's all about the TMP. And probably later on, we're going to get another guest at MLB great. Yes, Mr. Greg Vaughn. He'll probably be tuning in. We're going to be talking a lot of stuff today and spreads too. But right now, Shotgun, get it.
Wakey, wakey. Eggs and bakey on sports and tacos. Another amazing Super Football Sunday coming to you live from the amazing, my most favorite place, maybe one of my favorite places in the whole world, Hooters in Roswell, Georgia. My friend Ava is waiting on me today. She is an aspiring actress, which is why I almost wasn't prepared because we were talking about acting and how you get into acting and all the things.
Of course you did, Shotgun. Giggity, giggity.
So she is an amazing girl, and my one of my other favorites, Scarlett, she has to work the night shift. She couldn't get anybody to switch her shifts with her, so I was sad about that. But still one of my most favorite places.
Hey, Shotgun, real quick, man, I got to throw something out. You know, the man in the shower, he's got something going on right now, and, you know, he's nothing but blue and yellow, and I'm actually pulling for you today. You know, I think the Chiefs are going to lose. Yeah. They're going to lose. You know, this rabbit in the hat pulling out saying, wow, you won again and again. And they've been saying that every week, where every time it's always by under 5 points.
I love about that game. I mean, I think the Chargers have as completely legit shot to go in there and win today. But the last I looked, the number was 4. I would take the Chargers plus the 4 all day today. What do you guys thought?
I agree with you, Shotgun. And you know what? Hey, Bentley. By the way, you guys won in the last couple of years in KC, right?
No, the last game was here, and Chargers lost.
Okay, what about last year? I believe you guys
won that game. You know, it's always a funny game. I think so.
Well, but you know, it's no different than Broncos, Chiefs, Chargers.
Division.
Dude, it's you know, you're fighting your brother. It don't matter.
Here.
Good Super Bowls, good, bad. Like the Chargers, especially with Jim Harbaugh today.
6 straight of this. It says right here, Chargers in 6 games good versus the Chiefs.
Yeah, the Chargers can create. If Chargers, they can get in the playoffs. It's very realistic, and they can create some damage.
Same with the Denver Broncos, baby. But we'll touch on that in a second. So the 4 points. I mean, that 4. Okay, I've spoke about this in the past. Trap spreads. Do you think that Vegas is baiting people with that 4? Because they know, dude. Anybody who knows, who's been watching football week in and week out, is going to jump all over the Chargers plus the 4. I mean, we've seen the Chargers, dude. They are badass. They can run the football. Now, Justin Herbert, I mean, he's always been able to throw the football. But if you can run the ball to set up play action, the guys that can be a beast. But still, it's been a long time since Kansas City straight throttled somebody. What are your thoughts? Like, okay, how much money would you put? Pretend you're a billionaire. How much money would you put on Chargers plus 4, Tony?
If I'm a billionaire?
Yeah, if you're a billionaire.
I'll throw $1 million out.
Okay, maybe that's not realistic. Okay, pretend that you're a thousandaire, and how much money would you put on this game? On a scale of 1 to 10.
$500.
If you were a thousandaire, you're that confident that the Chargers are going to cover that?
500. The Chargers been hot lately, and you know what? And they win. When they win, they look good at it. You know, it's not like the Kansas City Chiefs. They win, but it's an ugly win. All these
Yeah,
games
they're
have been ugly.
Unless you're a fan of either team, why would you bet that game? Period. First, I mean, yeah, the Chargers have a shot to win outright, honestly. Plus,
all
Kevin.
right, Mr. Greg Vaughn. Mr. Greg Vaughn, just in a nick of time.
What up, Gregory?
What's happening, T? Mama?
What's happening? What's happening? Just saying
I
how
heard,
the Chargers got
We
better.
we we're diving
I,
right
I
in,
heard you
Greg.
talking about the Chargers already. I like it.
Yes, yes. So
You like the Chargers, man? They're hot. They're hot,
I,
man. They're hot. And
I
is
like
their
the
running back
Chiefs.
healthy? Is he
okay,
playing?
Greg,
I like the Chiefs.
I did you hear what I was just saying, Greg?
Yeah,
I really want the Chargers to go in and win that game. I
it's not
really
what you
want
want. That's what you want because you're a Denver fan. But
yes,
wanting and being realistic is different.
but yes. So
They've
Greg,
been hot, Greg.
we're pretending you're pretend you're a thousandaire like us. How much would you put on that?
No, I mean the Chiefs can't keep playing like they've been playing. You know what I mean? And
Yes.
they're getting back. They're getting back to full strength. Pacheco's coming back. It's going to be cold, and the play. I mean, Chargers have to go on the road. I don't. I'm on the Chiefs.
I really okay. And it's 4, which is such a hard number. You know, the Chiefs could win this game 23-20, and you lose that bet. You know, you miss by a point.
They can win.
Bentley,
They
what
can
are your
win.
thoughts? How do the
They can win
Chargers?
20-3 too.
That's true. That's true.
Both sides.
Well, you guys are forgetting the X factor here. The NFL is rigged, and the refs will help the Chiefs win this game.
Oh, but are they going to win by 4
Just
or
like
more?
they're gonna help Alabama get in the playoffs.
I think we may have 4 or less. Lucky if you get 4.
Okay, so Bentley, if you had to, if you had to put $1,000 on this game, are you going to take your Chargers or the Chiefs?
That's a tough one. I still will take the Chargers. I am willing to risk it, even though I do believe the Chiefs. Unfortunately, I think the Chiefs will win tonight because the referees are on their side, and Goodell is
And just so you know, I mean, Greg, I'm sure Greg is live in Vegas right now. These are the kind of games that allow casinos in Vegas to build skyscraper casinos because everybody's going to bet. Everybody in SoCal, everybody's going to jump on the Chargers plus the 4.
You
And
guys
then you
have got one
watch.
thing, brother. You need, and reasons why you shouldn't jump on the Chargers. I'm looking at. I mean, and it showed last week. They don't have J.K. Dobbins anymore. J.K.'s hurt. You're running with Gus Edwards, the other guy. They got 56 yards rushing against the Falcons last week. You think they're going to go into Kansas City and just dominate on the ground game? No. They're going to have to rely on the passing game. Passing game ain't going to happen again with Spagnuolo on the defensive coordinator for the Chiefs. Just thinking about it. Yeah, Chiefs should go in and actually make pretty good sense of the Chargers today, honestly.
And division game. It's going to be tough.
I know, but I mean, this is a team that almost lost to the Panthers. They should have lost to the Raiders. Like how the Raiders snatched victory from defeat like that.
Because of a whistle.
Hey, did anybody hear anything more about that whistle?
Nah, nobody's saying nothing. Yeah.
No.
They
So there wasn't a mystery whistle. It was just standard Raiders football.
No,
No,
I think it was I think it's a whistle. But what you're forgetting though is how can you have no timeouts? I mean, if you go back, you got to change the rule. You can't, get rewarded 10-second runoff, but yet I get to clock it. The clock stops, and then run my team on there. They should have said, you have 4 seconds to run your team on there and try to kick a field goal if that's what you're going to do.
Yeah.
The rule, it's a bad rule. You get rewarded for making a mistake.
Well,
Yeah,
the NFL's rigged officially. I think everyone knows that now. It's so obvious. I mean, the NFL's so
But
rigged.
but it's a bad rule. It's the same rule that happened in that college game. They're getting rewarded for making mistakes on purpose.
Yep.
Let me ask you this though, Bentley, because I mean the Chargers are now in LA. I know that the Kansas City Chiefs are kind of like the Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce. They're kind of America's darlings right now. But why? I mean, you're in LA. The Chargers are in LA. They're in freaking Hollywood, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, if there was a team that it would be rigged for, don't you think it would be the Chargers?
Not right now because Chargers are still young. Let KC get that three-peat, like they're saying. Then after, okay, we'll start building the momentum in Hollywood. So that's what I'm thinking around because Chargers are still very young right now.
Yeah, that's a good point. Next year, the year after, maybe just
Next
like
year after, the refs will be there to help them out. But I mean, the one thing is, my God, are we seeing so much stuff now? Literally every week. When Goodell never talks about it, face masks, all these bad calls now. Where's Goodell talking about it? He never talks about it. I mean, it's so obvious now in our face. This game is so rigged now. So that's the thing we have to be aware of today is that, hey, just because your team may look good, hey, there's going to be some missed calls.
yeah, yeah.
That's my thoughts on it. Yeah.
Why don't we start doing this on the show? Every week, let's find, hey, how many missed calls were there this week on something that was so obvious? I mean,
well, how many years you want to
start getting a big
I
number?
mean,
Are we gonna do that with baseball and we're gonna do it with basketball?
every year it's the same thing. I mean, the refs. Hey, does anybody know? I know a few years ago. I don't know if they ever changed it, but where they were going to make the refs full-time employees of the NFL, because back in the day they were just part-time employees.
Yeah.
The rest of the year they were off being a plumber or an electrician.
Yeah.
And
Or
so
lawyer.
there was
lawyer.
incentive for them to maybe. I mean, we all know what happened with Donaghy in the NBA. I'm not saying it's not possible, but I just at least get to have the absolute, like, if you had full time. Aren't they graded now or something?
Yeah, we should look into that. I remember hearing about the employee thing because remember we had the backup referees at one time and they're making all these bad calls and stuff.
Well, just, I mean, if you're not a full time employee, like, how much are you really gonna care if you mess a call up? So, anyways, so it sounds like Tony, you're all over San Diego. If I had to put $1,000 on it, I got to go with the Chargers plus the 4. I think they lose by 3. I think it's going to be just another, Chiefs woulda, coulda, shoulda lost that ends up a win.
Yep.
So, but Greg Vaughn probably is going to be the one who's right about this game. Moving on real quick. I wanted to dive in before we dive into all the picks of the day. I just wanted to dive in. I saw the projected college football first round playoff games. I kind of want to handicap these games real quick because, it's just a projection. They haven't made the official announcement. I assume it's pretty official. Texas, Clemson.
Big debate, brother. If you ain't been paying attention, it's such a big debate. That's all they're talking about now. It's between Alabama and SMU. Who's going to get in?
Right.
The last spot. So that right there could change your whole projections around. So you really can't go over a whole lot of projections right now.
If Texas, okay, just real quick. If it's Texas, Clemson, what's the point spread, Bama?
Texas, Clemson, and that game's at Texas.
I don't know. Are these games played
Texas,
on neutral?
I'm telling you, it'll be at Texas. Texas will be at least an 8-point favorite
Over Clemson.
Clemson sucks, man. They beat they beat a mediocre SMU team last night. Yeah, Clemson's not that good.
Hey, Tony, what would you handicap that game at?
I'd say 8 points.
You think 8's a good number, Texas?
Yep.
I think I'd be taking Clemson if it was 8.
You'd be losing.
You think?
Their defense ain't that hot, brother. It showed it last night. They're not that hot.
Greg Vaughn, what would your thoughts be on a Texas Clemson game?
Texas is playing at home. Clemson barely escaped yesterday. Clemson barely. They barely escaped. And you got, SMU is good, but they're not Texas.
Right.
I just give them 6 for sure.
So we're kind of in the ballpark of Texas by a touchdown. You been following any of this, Bentley? You want to chime in?
I'll go Texas. That's it.
Texas. Okay. Okay. The next one, they're projecting Ohio State and Tennessee. How do you handicap that? Let's start with you, Bama.
Not again. That'll be at Ohio State. I would say Ohio State by 4. I like the 4.
Swami. What does Swami say?
Unfortunately, at the Horseshoe, that sucks. 3.5.
3.5.
Ohio State.
You guys give Tennessee. Tennessee is SEC. Do we give them any shot to win that game or no?
Yeah, you gave them 3 points and you gave them 4 points.
I think about 3.
That's their shot. It is what it is.
Okay,
I
so
noticed. I noticed you have a little bit of a bias for everybody that looks like a Denver Bronco color. You know, anything that is off orange, deep orange, reddish orange, you have a tendency to favor, have a little soft spot for them.
I definitely hate red. Just put it that way. Anybody, it doesn't matter if it's Georgia, Alabama, Oklahoma, the Kansas City Chiefs. I will not be caught dead in the color red. But that's a conversation for another. Okay, Penn State, Alabama.
That game would be at Penn State. I think Alabama would be a 2-point favorite on the road.
Think? Do you think that's almost a pick? You think? Would you just say Alabama would be a 2-point
I
favorite?
said a 2-point favorite on the road. Yeah.
Swami.
Once again, I'll go the nifty Lions +2.
You take? Yeah, that's going to be a hell of a game.
-2 or +2.
I'm giving 2 points, Penn State.
Okay, so -2.
So you agree with Alabama probably be favored by 2? Greg Vaughn.
No, opposite.
Oh, you think Penn State would be favored over Alabama?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so, but I'm not sold on Penn State's quarterback. He hasn't showed me enough yet, to make throws. I mean, you can only hand it off so many times. I believe in a running game, but you're going to have to make throws in those big games, and I don't know if he can do it now or yes. You know what I mean? I just don't. I know he can run the ball, the RPOs and all the rest of the stuff, but you're going to have to put it in tight spaces at some point, and you guys are going to have to be able to make a play.
When they did lose to Ohio State, that was a great game, man. But at the same time, that quarterback played pretty darn good.
Yeah, they hung in with Oregon last night, but I mean, hanging in with Oregon ain't, but yeah, they beating Oregon. But.
So we're thinking -2 Alabama. Tony thinks -2. So that almost could be a pick 'em.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Could end up a pick 'em. Okay, the last game, Notre Dame, Indiana. Anybody have any love for Indiana?
I actually do.
Well, they played.
What do you think that spread would be? Double digits?
I think Notre Dame will be giving up at least 5.
Yeah, well, the game would be in Notre Dame first off.
Yeah.
So, and
I'm thinking Notre Dame would be favored by
Notre Dame would be probably at least a 5 or 6 point favorite. I figure.
I'd go 5, but in that one, I think Indiana could win.
Wow, wouldn't that be?
I like their quarterback, man. I like their quarterback.
Huh? -5.
Yeah, they couldn't beat the Ohio State team that you beat.
Hey, man. Any given Saturday, baby. Yeah.
Bentley, any thoughts on Penn State, Alabama?
Alabama. That's it. Just go Alabama.
Notre Dame, Indiana. What are your thoughts on that, Greg Vaughn?
I think if Alabama squeaks its way into it, I mean, the stars are aligned. And I mean, they can't play that bad. I think they'll give them a run for their money, but I think Alabama.
What about Notre Dame, Indiana?
Indiana? I'm good, thank you. I think Notre Dame, man, even though I hate to say it, going to Miami, I can't even say Notre Dame. It's like saying Cowboys being a Niner fan.
Right.
So I think Notre Dame at home. You talk about getting calls and everything lining up, the leprechaun and all the rest of it. I think it's just too much to go into and win for Indiana. I mean, I don't think they played that type of game yet.
Yeah, that's true. It's a pretty cool season seeing Indiana football in the college football playoffs. But so Tony, if you had to put $1,000 on that game, you're taking Indiana to cover the 5. Good, it's going to be a good game.
I think it's going to be an excellent game. Plus, after the Big Ten championship, they lost to a number 1 team, and that's the reason they're Oregon's number 1. I can't say it. They're number 1.
Right.
But I think Indiana's good. Shit to get.
They didn't beat Indiana. Indiana didn't play that.
No. Oh my God, you are 100%.
Indiana was at home because they couldn't beat Ohio State.
I like Penn State. I like Indiana.
Nice. All right, cool guys. Just to catch up on last week's NFL stuff real quick. What is anybody's thoughts on? I have to start with the Broncos and Jameis Winston. Uh,
Pretty good game.
I
it
think it
was
was a great game.
amazing. I mean, we should have lost the game. I mean,
I
Jameis
think you should
Winston
do that.
technically he threw 6 touchdown passes in that game. Just 2 were to the wrong team.
Yeah,
Four of them
that's,
were the
that's,
wrong.
that's how he does it most of the time. Yeah. But I mean, I don't know what the hell you guys are doing with Jerry Jeudy and just letting him just run wild on you like that. That was ridiculous.
Do you think that was just Murphy's Law, the ex-Bronco that we just kicked to the curb, comes back to sort of almost haunt us?
He definitely had a chip on his shoulder.
Because, I mean, if you remember last week, I knew that would be a good game. They ended up covering, thank God, but they only covered because famous Jameis threw 2, pick sixes.
You keep
Hey,
saying
Stockton.
only, but it's sports. You keep saying only and if. That's sports. I mean, that they covered. That's the bottom line. That was my
No,
pick
I
to
know,
click
I
last
get
week.
it. I get it.
You know what I mean? And crazy stuff happens. What about uh, the Rams coach a couple weeks ago? They're down by 10 with like 20 seconds left, and he kicks a field goal to cover the spread. So you
There's
know what
so
I mean?
so many weird games like that in pros and in college, just bad beats or bad like covers like that. Like, why? What is the point? But I don't know. What do you guys? Does anybody have thoughts on Jameis Winston? Because he is what he's always been. Like, would be a great quarterback if he just didn't throw the balls to the other team.
Yeah.
You can say that about Brett Favre too. You know what I mean? You can say that about a lot of quarterbacks, but he gives them a great chance to win.
Yeah,
He
he
does.
at least those touchdowns. I mean, yeah, he
He'd be
does
great
not
for the Raiders.
Yeah.
That's not a. It's not a bad. Not a bad idea. It would be. It'd be a good Raiders quarterback. Do you think famous Jameis ever ends up having a successful year in the NFL? I mean, I guess he had a
Hey,
few.
hey, look at the boy in Seattle. He had a rough outing in New York, and then all of a sudden he goes to Seattle, and now he's a playoff contender.
Yeah. So I don't know. Very entertaining game. The only other game from last week was, dude, the Eagles are
Yeah,
for real.
He was our
Yeah,
fight.
the Eagles. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
And yes, you just said it, boys. That's my pick of the week.
But I will say this again: if Baltimore had the Justin Tucker of every other year we've had before, Baltimore wins that game.
But here's the problem with the Ravens.
The kicker.
Lamar's supposed to be winning this game.
The
Everything
kicker.
now is like,
With the
oh,
team,
give it to
the
the
kicker.
kicker. The problem is Lamar will not take this team to the promised land. That's why they're
Oh,
leaving it on the
he'll
kicker.
go further than your boy and a Herbert will. I'm just telling you.
Hey,
Okay. Eagles, Lions right now in the NFC Championship
Oh, my
game.
God.
Who wins?
Well, I said last week that the Super Bowl that was going to be the NFC Championship and that
oh,
Philadelphia.
God, what a game will that be?
And the week before, I said last week's game between Baltimore and Philly was a preview of the Super Bowl.
I mean, dude, they could run
Lions
the ball.
at home. They got to be at home.
Yeah, man, hell
They
of a
can
game.
still beat them. That'd be a hell of a game, though, man. That
Oh,
really
my
would be.
God.
Hey, Greg Vaughn, any thoughts on the Eagles? They might arguably be the best team in football all of a sudden.
I just think their coach will mess it up. I
Yeah.
just think he's gonna mess it up.
Yeah.
I mean, when he should just keep handing the ball off and kick a field goal every now and then, he's gonna keep messing it up.
Yeah.
Just like they're talking about Dan Campbell. I love him. I mean, I'm a 49er fan, but I love Dan Campbell. I love the Lions. But you keep doing that, you're gonna mess it up.
See,
Yeah.
You know
that's
what I mean?
yeah. Dan Campbell, I have the same thing. That's the reason why I don't think Detroit will make because Campbell will mess it up. But I mean, Sirianni got him to the Super Bowl one time. They just didn't win it. But
Yeah.
then he's flopped out the last couple of years, for like the Mike McCarthy, one and done's kind of deals. But I don't know. That team looks pretty good right now, though. I don't know.
Well,
No,
the
they
thing is,
look
the
really-
Lions
they look-
are exciting to watch. That's for sure.
And I think Saquon's a big difference. I mean, Saquon could be the difference that could get through right there,
Saquon is just a beast. How did the Giants let?
It ain't the Giants letting him go. It's
We- we
Saquon wanted
should
to
even-
be in New York.
We shouldn't even waste any time talking about the Giants. Why do they do everything that they do? So, and I have to go get in line pretty soon. So we got to make these picks.
Okay, let's make the picks. Okay, so
Speaking of the Giants, I took the Saints over the Giants, and I gave the 5.5. I think the Saints are going to get in there. The Giants, they're done.
Yeah.
You know what they're going for? Number 1 draft pick.
Got it. What it was? Let's start with Tony's lock of the day. What's your number 1 pick of the day?
My number 1 pick of the day is Carolina Panthers going into Philadelphia. Philadelphia winning, and I gave up the 14.
That's insane to me. I am absolutely the opposite on that. Carolina and Bryce Young all of a sudden Bryce Young's playing good.
I understand the last couple games it's been only, what was it, 2 points, 5 points, a 3-point game. But yes, the last time I just don't see it happening. I see Philadelphia making a statement saying we want to run the NFC.
Greg Vaughn, what are your thoughts on that? I mean, because the line is huge.
It is huge. I don't know. There's I don't think they cover 14.5. But once again,
I know
they're going to go for it. They're going to make some calls because it is the Panthers. You know what I mean? And when you can take points, I don't think they're going to take all their points. I just think they're going to, play like, just maybe a little bit overly confident. You know what I mean? And Carolina's getting better.
I think it's going to be a Hurts-Barkley combo today. I think it's going to be a sandwich, put him with that little tush push. I can see all that happening.
I do have about a 2-50 record in my life going against Tony on his pick.
Well, by the way, you lost last week. You're at 120 tacos there, shotgun. You know what? You're getting backfired. What happened, bro?
When I come home for Christmas, we're going to Taco John's. 25-cent Taco Tuesday.
So, all right. So, since you like the 14 points, I'll give you Carolina and the 14 points. We'll go another 20 tacos.
Another 20 tacos. Let's just keep it going. Okay. Bentley. There's no way. It's just too big of a line. That's almost like telling Carolina you're not an NFL team.
Well, Carolina has nothing to lose right now, and this is a must-win for the Eagles because the division. I mean, they're going to try to get that home field. It's only so long the Lions are going to win. I do believe Carolina can get 14 at least. The reason why is, they're going to play ball. They're going to have fun with it.
They almost beat the Chiefs like 2-3 couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
They almost beat the Buccaneers. They went to overtime with the Buccaneers just last weekend.
Yeah. So this is a big statement game for Carolina. I do believe Carolina can get 14, and they do have a chance to win today. They actually do have a chance because, it's the Eagles. They'll be like, we don't have to worry. And you never know. The odds are I will give Carolina a chance.
Here's my upset. Oh, I'm sorry, Ben.
I was going to say.
Okay. So I don't know where you go with that, Greg. I would think it'd be kind of crazy to take the Eagles, but it is Tony, and they're probably going to win by 27. So
it's going to be like the Lions games. They'll be about 25.5. Something like that.
Yeah.
I got an upset
next
for
pick,
you guys.
Tony. Next pick.
Next one, I say the Browns upset Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh, and you get the 6 points. I like that. I hate to say it. I think they can win outright. Now they think they found a star running back since they lost a couple of their other ones to other teams. I think Judy's going to step up. They got Chubb back. They got Ford. They got their tight end. And they got some guy in the backfield that throws a lot of touchdowns, but also throws a lot of interceptions.
Go Browns.
I still think it's going to be an upset. Go
The
Browns.
Steelers are still one-dimensional. It's already now towards the end of the season. So I think the Browns can definitely do something there. They have a chance to win. It's the same old Steelers. Everyone gets excited at the beginning of the season, and then they're one and done. It's the decline of the team. Ever since Tomlin has taken over the team, they're never going to go back to the
Best coach in football. Pickens is out. Yeah, Pickens is out today.
That's so funny.
But you can't say anything about Tomlin though. You lose all Billy. You lose all your credibility.
Where are they going to go? They're just a stagnant team, and they are a reflection of their coach. If you see Tomlin when he signed up with the team, he's dressed nice in a suit.
That's a compliment to say they're a reflection of their
now
coach.
When you see when he gets that extension contract, he looks like a bum. He's right there behind with his beard.
Oh my God!
He looks like a mess.
Such a crazy man.
I tell you what, Harbaugh looks good.
He does.
Harbaugh oh my God. Yeah.
He's pounding shoulder blades.
Yeah,
Hey,
even the
Greg,
ex-players of the Steelers said Tomlin is so undisciplinary. Even Dick LeBeau, the greatest defensive coordinator, left that team. The other guy went to the Patriots. I forgot his name. He
It
said,
was
"Yeah,
like 80.
he's just a bum,
Greg,
bum of a
Greg,
coach."
Greg. Which way are you going to go on that game?
Okay. In that game, I don't bet against Tomlin, but the Browns do scare me, so I'm not even touching that game
Don't touch it. Got it.
because
Tony, what? Tony.
it's a rivalry game. I'm not.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm going Browns after the performance. What they did last week. I think
Go
they're kind of
Winston.
psyched up, and where they're saying we had that game.
Yep.
But
Tony,
you know
what?
what? The next one that I
Yeah.
feel that's going to be where everybody's going to be leaning on it, and I think they should. I think Minnesota and give up the 6 going against a beat up Atlanta. Minnesota's been hot. They're still going to stay hot. Sam Donald, where the hell did he come from?
USC.
Shits.
Yeah. Once again, the
I used to
Texans
see
are gonna
Darnold at the gym.
beat
He's
them.
a local boy here, where yeah, he's San Clemente. I used to see him all the time. Nice kid.
Nice.
But you know what? I can't. The Falcons have killed me all year. They haven't covered one goddamn game all year. You know what I mean?
Starts today.
But no, I got Vikings on that. Well, my lock is Bentley. You like this one? Chiefs and the points over your Chargers. That's my lock of the day.
I think so. Yeah. No, seriously. I think so. The refs will be coming in. Remember, guys, let's not forget about the referees now. This is the NFL. It's entertainment league, and you got the refs missing it's just things are a little funny now.
Billy, it must be easy for you to be a Chargers fan. If they win, you're like, cool, my team won. I picked them. But if they lose, the refs did it right there. Whatever. It's
You can tell he's from Southern California. He's in Southern California. You know what I mean? It's the
See,
ref's
guys,
fault. It's the
and this-
umpire's fault. I remember this last year. Oh, the Dodgers. They're not. They should win, but they're not going to win. At the end of the year, we love the Dodgers. You know what I mean?
They're the greatest. We knew it the whole time.
Yeah,
you
they're calling
did.
for Dave Roberts' head at 1 week into the
Yeah,
season.
I'm a California fan.
I wasn't I? Was calling for Dave Roberts to get fired. Well, anyways, okay, Tony, what's your
the next
pick?
one, man. This one would be actually the other favorite pick of mine. Raiders are horrible. They're going into Tampa. I can't even believe the spread is 6.5. It should be higher than that. I think and Baker Mayfield, he practiced all week. He's not hurt.
Mike Evans is healthy too.
And Mike Evans is healthy. White in the backfield. He's been hot.
Bucky's healthy. Irvin, he's healthy.
My gosh, and they're tight end. But no, I'll give the points.
That could be the pick of the day right there.
I think Tampa is going to kick some butt. They got the Raiders, their quarterback. What the hell? The only one that's doing good is their tight end, and then Jacoby Myers. They're the only ones. Everybody else is horrible.
Can you imagine?
No. Their quarterback. This is the only guy they got. They should have never got the other dude to come in here. They should let. You're not going to win anyway. Let this kid play. He played in your favorite conference, the Big 10, Big 12, Big 16, whatever it is now. But he knows how to throw the ball. You got to let him develop. You know what I mean? You got to let him develop.
I think that's the pick of the day. I would be taking that over the Eagles covering 14.
No, I like that.
Can you imagine the Raiders passed up on Jim Harbaugh to keep their marijuana smoking Antonio Pierce as their head coach? What a mess.
Hey, you're in Southern California. Hey, you're gonna get kicked out of the state.
But here's the thing I don't understand. Look at this year's quarterback class right now. They didn't take a quarterback; they took a tight end.
And look what's happening.
Gonna be the best tight end in history, probably.
Such a Raider move.
And guys, the most boring game of the morning, and boring game. Jacksonville beat up Jacksonville going into Tennessee Titans.
Yeah,
I think that's going to be a boring game. It should be a pick 'em, but the Titans are favored by 3 points. Yeah. I'll take the homeboys. I'll take the Titans.
I'll take the Titans.
What happened to Johnny Sunshine? What happened to Trevor
He
Lawrence?
got hit with that late play where the guy that hit him got suspended for 3 games.
He should be an MVP, Aziz. Aziz did nothing wrong. I stand with Aziz.
No, but also he had a bad shoulder going into it. So they're like, let's just get the shoulder fixed first and give him some time off. You're not gonna win. Why take a chance? But yeah, you're talking
Trevor
about
Lawrence
horrible.
should get fined.
Let me just real quick what are your guys' thoughts on Trevor Lawrence in the future? Do you think
He's
we
an
see?
SOB. Get rid of him. The guy's weak, man. He's
I
overpaid.
mean, when he came in, he was the second coming of John Elway.
For you,
Sunshine.
Spencer, for you, you had his poster on your wall.
I
He had
did
his
for a little
poster on the
while, and
wall
now
for
I'm
two
sad.
seasons.
First of all, never trust a quarterback that looks like that with the long hair and all that. No, it's just once I saw like I'm like this guy. No.
I miss Trevor Lawrence. And I think I don't know, like okay. All I'm saying is, is he a great quarterback at some point in his
Did you
career?
say great? Define great. Great is the big word.
I know, but
Maybe
like,
maybe
man, the
good.
Maybe in the
expectations were
NFL.
Put
so
Mac Jones
Good.
high.
in there.
Good. Great.
It,
Maybe good because you
it,
have to look at the second tier quarterbacks underneath where he's at. Who are you going to get?
Yeah.
is he a great quarterback on a horrible team? I mean, they were
No.
great.
No.
No,
He has more weapons than he ever had before in his life right now.
Yeah.
He has more weapons than
Jesus.
he's ever had in his life.
Yeah. Yeah. Trevor Lawrence sucks. I mean, same thing, man. Maybe get a haircut. Maybe he can play better. I mean, the guy should look more like a real quarterback. Cut the hair, bulk up a little, something. When I see Bo Nix, I think like or Herbert.
Oh,
Those guys are quarterback.
well, okay, I
Herbert's
get
hair is
that, but
not long, huh?
Trevor Lawrence for the first 2 3 years looked like he would have, could have, should have been awesome, but now he's nothing.
He's
Well, I
not
tell you what, Spencer,
overpaid.
if I didn't swing out all those balls in the dirt, maybe I go in the Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? But I
Right.
did, and it is what it is. So
I
you
think
know
you'd
what?
probably still be in the hall, Greg,
No, no,
if
no,
you wouldn't have
no.
got
That's a different
injured.
place. That's a
You know,
different place. That's a
Okay,
Azir did
different place.
nothing wrong.
That's a
well,
Azir
hey
di-
did
guys, the next
nothing
one.
wrong.
okay, give it to me, T. I got to go
The
get
next
mine.
one. Hey man, I'm gonna go against the beat up Jets. I'm taking Miami and giving the 6.5. Miami's been hot lately and also Tua's been hot lately.
Yeah.
yeah.
Tua's hot. That whole team's hot because he's got two great wide receivers. He's got a couple decent running backs. They're fine. I take Miami.
Miami and the points.
Miami.
That's
Okay,
probably
guys,
my.
I'm gonna have to get off. I mean, and I'm going with my 49ers today too. I mean, they can't just keep killing me like this.
And
You
then
know
you
what I
got
mean?
the Bears. You
The
do got the
Niners should be
Bears,
a
so
good pick
that's gonna be a
today.
get right team, hopefully, right there. Yeah.
Yeah, they can't keep killing me, man.
Yeah. Purdy deserves a contract.
Oh, and just real quick though, breaking Alabama didn't make the playoff. They put SMU in, just came up.
Well, Miami's at home too, so there you
Yes,
go.
and maybe we'll play. That'd be a hell of a game right there. Alabama versus Miami in the ball game. Shit, that'd be a pretty good game.
That'd be
Yeah,
class. That'd be a great game.
Yeah.
All right.
yeah.
Any other amazing words or picks or anything before Greg takes off? Is that it?
Hey, well, that's Monday night, but I'd say Bengals over the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys are going to get.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
If there was a pick of all those, I'd like the Bucks over the Raiders.
Yeah,
with
that's
the
one too
points.
for sure. Yeah.
Cowboys.
so you got-
I feel like it's Philly pick though.
I think
All right,
Philly's going
Greg.
to cover.
Greg.
Bye,
See
Greg.
everybody next week. Okay. No, last thing I wanted to chat about before we there's a potential that we're going to see Georgia play Texas a third time.
Third time, yeah.
Okay. Anytime in professional sports that you have to play somebody, and honestly, there's a chance. I don't know exactly how, but I was also thinking about the Packers and the Lions. Like, when you have to beating another professional team, a good professional or even college team, 3 times in a row can't be easy.
Yeah.
So, okay, Texas, Georgia. Does Georgia? Because it's not like either of those teams in either of those games. I don't like either of their quarterbacks. Does Georgia knock off Texas again?
I don't see it. I don't know. And it depends. Georgia's quarterback got hurt in a game, so
I know. Well, shoot, their
He's hurt
second
right
string
there.
quarterback probably don't feel too
Pretty
good either.
Yeah, he looked pretty good right there. But I don't know, man. Especially if it's in Texas too. I don't know, man. Or even in a bowl. Actually, I'd probably be in a bowl game if those two played again. Because they'd be in the semifinals. I would imagine.
Yeah.
Right?
So
it's hard, man. Yeah, it is hard to beat a team 3 times. And I had
and
Georgia.
I just bring that up because you might see Packers Lions in the playoffs, and again, that would be the Lions needing to beat the Packers for a third time.
Yeah, certain teams can do it though. Yeah.
I mean,
I don't
it's
give it.
just
That's tough, man. 3, that's just too tough. The
Yeah.
odds.
so I kind of wonder if we don't keep that in the back of our minds if and when we see those games pop up
Yep.
to make that money on those games, because you know that everybody's going to be, oh my God, Georgia, 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 and you always it goes back to the old, like, to okay, look at today's line with the Eagles and the Panthers. In sports gambling, there's a theory of they're gonna kill them. Okay, and Vegas has casinos as big as skyscrapers because they know the other team gets paid also. The other team has full ride scholarships also. So Homer Simpson always plays the, oh, they're gonna kill him theory. They're gonna kill him, and Vegas makes billions off of that mindset. You know,
Yeah, but
so
again, I mean, the Lions have had some 13, 14-point spreads already this year, and they didn't have any problem covering them right there.
I get
And
it.
you're talking about how Philly is just as good as those guys right there. I know you can say, yeah, Bryce Young, they've been playing well lately. They had, 2 or 3 losses in a row that they had really close games in. They've won a couple of games with them, but they're on the road. It's in Philadelphia. Like Billy said, too, Philly's hungry. They're not out there to stumble around, nothing like that.
Right.
They played their ass off at home versus the Chiefs. So yes, that was a home game for the Panthers. You get them in the freaking Philadelphia where they throw batteries at Santa Claus and freaking December. Ain't no way in hell they're going to stay within 2 touchdowns of the Philadelphia Eagles. It doesn't seem like.
But man, anytime, I don't care if this is the Patriots versus with Tom back in the day with Tom Brady against the Raiders. It's 2 NFL teams.
It doesn't matter. It is 2 NFL teams, but it's a NFL team and it's an NFL team right now.
But just that point spread is just. Does anybody, that's a game back in the day, back when I used to go hard, where when you would see a point spread like that, you would want to check the weather. Anybody know what the weather's like in Philly today? Because if it's very cold or snowing or anything,
I'm sure it's going to be cold as Philly.
It's cold,
You know-
man. That's for sure.
that game could end up being 20-17 or 20-14 if it's in the weather.
Or it could look like the Buffalo 49ers game the other day when it was.
It could, but I just remember one time. Remember the year when Brady had Randy Moss and they were just crushing everybody. There was a game they played in a blizzard, like
58 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's good for that.
So it's not cold. It's warmer there than it is here.
I hit on a huge play in this particular game, Brady versus the Jets. The point spread was like, if you remember that year, like you were seeing ridiculous point spreads with the Patriots that year. I think they were favored by like 17 points in this game where the wind chill was like -15 in a blizzard. Like, I don't think there was 16 points scored in the entire game, you know?
Yeah.
And so just sometimes when they put out those point spreads, it's to get, Homer Simpson to make a play. So you there's also that sometimes when you get late into NFL season, you'll see a massive over or you'll see a huge point spread in a weather game. It's like, dude, with the number's 45, like this game's going to be 12-7 because of the weather,
Right, but this ain't a weather game though. 57
I
degrees.
know.
That's high octane right there.
The Panthers
It's
plus
a
the
huge
14.
spread, especially as good as Cleveland's better. No, not Cleveland, but Carolina's been playing. It is a big spread, but I don't know. I see the Chiefs. I see the Eagles covering that. I can see it.
Tony, 50 tacos.
Ooh, who's that confident on that? Damn.
Wow.
50 tacos. That's
You're
up there.
on.
I'm gonna.
You're on. America, you heard them.
50
We're on
tacos.
50
Okay, so
tacos.
I'm down. I'm down 120 tacos right
Man,
now.
just think when he comes back to Colorado,
tacos.
he's gonna have to buy. He's gonna have to buy Taco John's. He's gotta buy the whole store.
Like the franchise.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna risk 50 more tacos, because the Panthers are covering, and the number is 14.
You're on. You heard him, America.
Sweet. All right, guys. Anybody else got anything amazing to say?
Tacos.
Let's see.
All I can say is, dude. Okay. Wait. One more thing. When did the bye weeks go this late into the season?
Yeah.
Well, they
Yeah,
put
that's
an
a
extra
good one.
game. It's 18 weeks now.
I know, but like, dude, it's awesome that the Broncos are getting a bye week right now.
Baltimore too. We're on the bye week also.
This
this
is
week.
like the perfect time to get healthy and go on a playoff run.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I concur.
So that's pretty awesome. I just never remembered it being this late in the year, you know? I mean, we're in December and we're on a bye week.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
So,
But now we're
hey,
going to
but
see which teams are for real. It's December.
It is.
yes, it is time to separate the
Yeah.
men from the boys,
December,
the
man.
contenders from the pretenders.
Baltimore and Denver are the same record. It's going to go Baltimore up, Denver down from here on out.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
I'm just playing. Broncos are good.
Next
team.
week,
Broncos are good team.
Broncos are going to Indianapolis, and we're going to beat some Colts.
Yeah, they will. Broncos should.
Dude,
You know-
if we could do that, we'll be 9-5. I mean, aren't we tied right now, basically, with the Chargers? Because you guys haven't played as many games.
No, they've got you by game still.
They got us.
So, hey, Tony. Now that I think about it, shouldn't we be rooting for the Chiefs today?
You know what? Dang it! You are actually what, as a Bronco fan, go Chiefs.
Yeah, we have to
As
because
a
then
football bettor,
because then we would
no
have the
Chargers.
same record. We still have to play them again. Where's that second game? Is that in LA or Denver?
he'll be here.
And so if that were to split, there would be no. So if we could split with the Chargers somehow, and we end up with the same record with the Chargers, I don't know, what is it, division record? That's the third tiebreaker, something like that. Huh? I'm just saying, there's a chance we could end up in second place for the division, which would be amazing.
We haven't
After
said those words in a long time.
9 years, bro. 9 years. All right, go Broncos. That's all I got.
That'll be fun.
All right, everybody have a good football Sunday.
Word.
See you
Alabama
soon.
screwed. Hope that SMU better not.
So wait a minute. So Alabama is not in the college
Yeah,
football
they put
playoff?
SMU in. Yeah, they put SMU in over Alabama. So SMU, you better not go get your freaking butts kicked in the first game here. You better make a good standing because I don't think you should have been there in the first place. But go in there and do it. Yeah, beat Notre Dame, whoever y'all are playing.
So it'll be Penn State, SMU?
I haven't seen what the bracket actually is, but yeah, it just says SMU got in as 11 seed. Alabama's out.
Got it. All right.
I'm an Arizona State fan. Go Easy State.
When did they make the exact? Did they make the full announcement this morning? Like right now?
Yeah, it came on at 11. 11 Central Time, I guess. Yeah.
Got
It started at 10 our time, I guess, something like that. Yeah.
Cool. All right, dudes. Everybody have a good Sunday.
Yeah. Go teams.
Go Broncos.
Yeah. Bye, America.